Hello everyone and welcome back to the second episode of Tips and Tricks for League Start. This is your boy Ryan and today I will be discussing 3 topics that should help you improve on your league start and have a smooth journey when 3.15 arrives. Now the topics that we are going to be discussing today are: number 1, how you can make your first 30 to 50 chaos in day 1 and how you should be spending them to get your build up and running and farming maps. Number 2, we're going to be discussing how are you supposed to roll maps and the minimum amount of juices that you should go for on your league start scenario for white maps, yellow maps and red maps as well. And the third topic is actually me suggesting some of the money making strategies that can be done on league start only. These are zero investment and you can achieve some seed money that you can later invest and get profits and make more money actually to get your build transition from your league start to a better build that can do content, most of the content that is. So the first topic of discussion is going to be the way how you're going to be making your initial 30 to 50 chaos orbs on day 1. The majority of this is done through vendor recipe, a chaos recipe, which is where you trade your equipment set, a full set of equipment, rare and unidentified, ranging from item level 60 to 75 to a vendor, and you get 2 chaos orbs. So you need 2 weapons, two one-handed weapons or one two-handed weapon like a bow or a two-handed sword or something, a helmet, armor, amulet, 2 rings, 1 belt, 1 glove and 1 boots. So all of these together on a vendor, trade it and you get 2 chaos orbs. So the item level is displayed if you press and hold alt while hovering over an item. It has to be unidentified, and I believe the range where it drops is from Act 8 bridge. That's the level 60 zone, starting of level 60 zone. So you can farm that or blood aqueducts on Act 9 as well, and it ranges all the way up to I believe yellow T6 or T7 maps. I might be wrong on that. So the gear item level on gear depends on the zone you are farming, and keep that in mind that you have the gear has to be from item level 6 to 75. Chaos recipe is the majority factor. It's really good, really strong. It can help you get up to like 300-400 chaos on 1 week, or maybe even less than that. There is a chaos recipe tool that also helps you to track how much of loot you need to gather to get a chaos recipe done. A very detailed video, Path of Math, I think Path of Math did a very detailed video on that. A link to that video will be in the description. If you want to use the chaos recipe tool, go check that out. I personally don't like it because this is a risk factor. It's a third party app that's directly getting injected to the game, so I'm kind of afraid of getting banned and stuff. So I don't know, this it might be safe. A lot of streamers actually do it, so it should be safe. Other than that, when you are doing maps, and you should be getting some amounts of rare gear, unique gear that you can sell on the market for some extra cash. Also there is the factor of getting raw currency drops as well. They should help you achieve like 50 chaos within a few hours of farming. So now after you have all the money, you should not keep it in, like, you shouldn't just keep it in your stash. You should invest these initial money. The first investment goes to getting your gears sorted out so you can actually go for a long run and farm up to like lower red tier maps very smoothly. Your first investment goes to getting a 6 link, may it be corrupted 6 link or a tabula rasa, and getting other mandatory unique items to get your build running. After that, rare gears to get more life, as well as the elemental resistance capping. These are the 3 factors when you are buying gears. Keep these 3 factors in mind. life and elemental resistance. Do not worry about chaos resistance at league start. There are not many chaos damage sources while you are doing low tier maps. uh, when you are buying though, this is a good factor that people just go waste their money on 6 links like 40-50 chaos on day 1. uh, I think you shouldn't spend more than like 20 chaos on a corrupted 6 link at league start, because they usually aren't that great and it's gonna get replaced anyway very soon. So better buy other gears instead of spending too much money on a 6 link or a tabula even. So 20 chaos at max for a body armor, and then what I always do is at most 3 chaos for any other rare gear piece I buy. It's just life and some resistance to get your resistance capped out. Do not spend more than like 30 or 50 chaos at most. And the leftover currency after you have done your build is up and running. The leftover currency should go to rolling maps and buying currencies to roll maps like chisels, scouring, and sextants and val orbs maybe if you need, alchemy orbs if you need. Okay, that is the first topic, and now we're going on to the second topic. Second topic will be rolling maps. Also, before we proceed, I have a small announcement to make. If you prefer this kind of videos and informative videos, please let me know in the comment section. Also, like and subscribe to the channel. This helps me out a lot. If you have any questions or queries, make sure you let me know in the comment section or contact me via Discord. I'm always happy to help and answer any of your queries that you might have. Now for our second topic of rolling maps. Now on league start scenarios, you don't have much currency to go through, so juicing maps is also kinda difficult, but you need to do it in order to sustain maps and proceed from low tier maps to a higher tier map farming. So how do you do that? So basically what my rule of thumb for juicing maps is that when you are doing white tier maps, you always roll them with at least alchemy orbs. When you're doing yellow maps from T6 to T10, you always use 2 chisels and 1 alchemy orb. That should be the most of the juice that you need to sustain maps on yellow tier. And if you really want to go further, you can use 1 sextant with it as well. For lower red tier maps like T11 to T13, in this range you should always do 4 chisels and 1 alchemy orb, and that should be enough, along with like 2 sextants. But that's more than enough. And when you get to T14 maps, 15 and 16, the higher red tier maps, it's always gonna be 4 chisels, 1 alchemy, 1 val, and 4 sextants on league start scenarios as well. When you are further into league and have your atlas completed, then all of these juices are not necessary to sustain maps, but in the early game these methods of rolling are kind of necessary to sustain map on your own. If you however run out of maps to do, like you can sustain them, it's okay to buy maps on league start. Everyone does it, you should do it as well. Completing the atlas, complete the maps, completing bonus objectives are very important on sustaining. More of these I will discuss when I make the third episode of this series, where I discuss on progressing through map tiers, completing atlas and stuff. I will discuss more of this on that video. So that should this method of rolling maps should help you on a smoother league start as well. Now for our third and final topic is a few tips and tricks for money making at very league start. Now I don't know what they're gonna be doing with the Atlas passive trees, so I can't be too sure of these methods, so take it with a grain of salt. But to me, the most efficient way of money making at league start without investment would be essence farming, and other than that a very few minor investment would be to do breach and metamorph, as well as the what should I call it, betrayal. The betrayal mechanic is very popular and it sells for a lot of money. So if you're good at betrayal, that's where you're gonna make most of your league start money. Actually, not just league start money, but you're gonna make a lot of money from betrayal. Other than that, metamorph can be a very good explanation, very good source of money actually. Uh, since they nerfed the Valdo's Rest Harbinger nodes, those were actually very good source of getting currency at early league starts, but they are not so much anymore. You need a significant amount of investment before you can start making tons of currency from that, so that's not an option anymore. Essence still great, you can do that. Other than that, blight, farming blight maps is a ton of currency, but I mean not farming blight maps, I mean collecting blight maps and selling them in bulk can be a great way of money as well. So these are the final three topics that I will be discussing in this video, and with that, these should help on this should help actually to get you a smoother league start on this 3.15. I'm pretty hype about this expansion, and since it should be a big expansion plus league is what they said in the announcement previously. Also, the new skills from the teaser look good. I will try to make a build probably from some of the new skills as well. Also revisiting some of my old builds, and one of my old builds I'll feature soon on my YouTube. It was one of the best tanky and builds that I ever played, like face tanking everything in the game. So with that, I will end this video here, and we'll see you on the next video about more tips and tricks on League Start.